Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. A year ago, the Philadelphia Phillies put up the best record in the National League, and their presumptive NLCS clash with the Giants was derailed by a Dodgers team that won Game 163 to make the playoffs, then won the NL Wildcard Game over the Braves before taking down Philly. The Dodgers have followed the same path here in year four, only this time they may not need the full 5 games to take down Philadelphia. LA goes for the 3-game sweep as the series heads to Dodger Stadium, where LA will send Clayton Kershaw to the hill against Cliff Lee and a Phillies lineup that led the National League in runs, but has been limited to 4 over the first 2 games of the series. Game 3, National League Division Series, Phillies and Dodgers. Year 4 of the FSBL is coming up. Hugely appreciate you tuning in here. A late start this evening. Apologies. NBA Finals holding up work a little bit for me. So I got detained a bit, but wanted to get this game in here, as this is a fascinating one. The Dodgers looking to take down the top-seeded Phillies for a second straight season. Clayton Kershaw gets himself onto the hill. It is a mostly sunny day here at Chavez Ravine, as the Phillies have to win 3 straight to keep what they have been very optimistic would be a championship season alive. Kershaw on the year, a very solid 3.24 ERA, but a 9-14 record. This Dodgers offense can be erratic. It is prone to slumps, and Kershaw just did not get much run support over the course of the season. Sliding Billy Hamilton will step in to lead things off for Billy. Nathaniel, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. First pitch, Kershaw misses down and in, and we're underway in Game 3. You see Hamilton, the speed merchant, a 404 on-base percentage here in year 4. Breaking ball from Kershaw, swung on and missed. That curveball was a huge pitch for Clayton. He's going to have success here today. Goes away with the slider, and Hamilton flails somewhat awkwardly at that one. Kershaw is ahead of him 1-2. Rocks and fires. Down and in. Rolled slowly to second. Jackie Robinson scoops it. Quickly flips the Brothers at first. And Hamilton is set aside. Your Phillies lineup: Hamilton, Ashburn, and McGee. Klein, Rowland, and Utley. Howard, Ruiz, and Jimmy Rollins. This potent Phillies lineup adding only 250 over the first 2 games. Here's Richie Ashburn. Whitey had a terrific season, second in the National League in batting, behind the great Willie Mays. Curveball from Kershaw swung on and missed. Kershaw gets the sign from Campanella. Rocks and fires. Fastball off the plate. It's 1-1. The Ashburn, 342 here in year 4. Easily the best season of his career. Tries to play one down there and misses the attempt, and the count goes to 1-2. Campanella wants it away. Kershaw instead puts it over the middle, and Ashburn is frozen by the slider. First strikeout for Kershaw. 2 down here in the top of the first. Here's Sherry McGee. McGee 2 for 7 in the series. First pitch fastball from Kershaw misses outside. Unlike in real life, Kershaw has been a very solid postseason performer for the Dodgers. 1-0 fastball misses down low. 28 homers on the year for McGee, who once again just was a very solid all-around player here for this Philadelphia lineup. 2-0 pitch from Kershaw. Fastball off the plate. It's 3-0. Chuck Klein waits on deck. Klein, the reigning National League most valuable player. at least for another couple weeks before Willie Mays takes home his second award, almost assuredly. Breaking ball from Kershaw is in for a call and strike. Another curveball. He pulls that one foul, and the count goes full. Crowd on its feet here in L.A. Kershaw rocks, fires, off the outside corner for ball 4, and Sherry McGee draws a 2-out walk. So that'll bring up Klein. Klein 1 for 7 so far in the series through the first 2 games. Fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. It hasn't been able to put a mark on the scoreboard. It's not in the 2 games in Philadelphia. We'll try to change that here. 0-1 the count. Kershaw delivers, breaking ball outside. That's like a pitch out, actually. Runner doesn't go anywhere. One and 1 the count. Kershaw deals. Ball misses outside. It's 2-1. He on first after the 2-out walk. Line looking to make Kershaw pay for it. From the set. Throw over. No tag applied. Throw was a little high. Brothers corrals it. No harm, no foul there. Shaw delivers. Breaking ball. Fouled off. 2-2. The count decline. Kershaw rocks and fires. Breaking ball. Klein dunks it out to left, slicing towards the line. Long run. It's going to fall in. That's going to be a base hit. McGee surprisingly holds up at second. The throw in comes away. A little bit of a misplay, to say the least, there by the Dodgers. So it falls in. It ends up being harmless in terms of the throw getting away. A little bit surprised that McGee, with 2 outs there, wasn't able to get on third. Zach Wheat ended up kicking that ball away a little bit. So it's first and second, 2 outs. Here's Roland. Roland 3 for 7 in the first 2 games. Tries to hold up on the high fastball unsuccessfully. It's 0-1. He on second, Klein on first. Breaking ball from Kershaw. Roland swings and misses, and Kershaw is ahead of him 0-2. Kershaw looking for the put-away. Crowd in L.A. again on its collective feet here. Kershaw deals. Roland gets a piece of the curveball to stay alive. 22 pitches in the opening frame here for Clayton Kershaw. The set, looks at McGee at second again. Delivers. Fastball away. Roland gets a piece of it. Again, stays alive. Once more from Kershaw. Roland down the right field line. Slicing away. Long run. Matt Kemp gets there, puts it away, and the side is retired, and the Phillies leave a pair on base. So Kershaw gets out of the jam. We head to the bottom of the first here in L.A. Phillies nothing. Dodgers coming up, looking for the sweep here in the National League Division Series. They will do so against Cliff Lee. Lee 15-10, a 3.18 earned run average in 32 starts. Another very solid season for the Phillies left-hander. He'll start off facing Jackie Robinson. Robinson made 214 so far in the postseason. That, of course, includes the wild card game win over the Braves. Fastball from Lee is in there for a called strike to start off Robinson. 0-1 the count. He sets a target. Robinson pulls it outside third, foul. Rolling made a dive for it. It was out of his reach, but foul, so no harm there. 0-2 pitch from Lee. Sinker. Robinson tries to protect, gets a piece of it. The down regular season for Jackie. So far, that's carried over into the postseason. Broken bat here, popped up to first. Howard has it, and there's one away. Shards of Jackie Robinson's bat strewn across the infield. Your LA lineup: Robinson, Lopes, and Brothers, Campanella, Wheat, and Davis. Matt Kemp gets the start in right in this one. George Pinckney and Tommy Corcoran getting the start at shortstop. Round things out for LA. Here's Davey Lopes. Lopes batting .333 in the postseason. Cutter misses outside for ball one. There is a called strike. Lee delivers. Lopes, one hopper to short. Rollins picks six cleanly, throws the first, and there's two away.
Batting third, the first baseman.
So that'll bring up Dan Brothers. Brothers 250 so far in the playoffs. He does have a pair of homers. Along with 3 RBIs. Fastball there is fouled off. So there's a .305 hitter, good for 9th in the National League here in year 4. Cutter there, fouls it off, and Lee is ahead of him 0-2. Lee deals again. Brothers, line shot to third, but right at Roland, who snares it, and the side is retired. So 1-2-3 first for Cliff Lee. We'll head to the second in LA. Phillies and Dodgers scoreless. So here's Chase Utley. Utley 1 for 7 so far in the playoffs. Did have a pair of RBIs. Utley likely to be the National League Rookie of the Year. He and Bill Nicholson of the Cubs. Front runners for that honor. Curveball misses down low. Short deals. Chopped out. Shaw needed 24 pitches to get through the first. He'd love an economical second inning. Fastball swung on and missed by Utley, and the count goes to 1-2. Breaking ball in there for a called strike 3. So down goes Utley, second strikeout for Kershaw. And there's one away here in the top of the second. Curveball, curveball, fastball, curveball. And we thought the curveball would be a very important pitch for Kershaw here. Here's Ryan Howard. Howard, the big slugging first baseman. 1 for 7 so far in the playoffs. Fouls off the first pitch slider. And 1 the count. Kershaw deals. Fastball misses up high. One and 1 the count. Kershaw delivers. Fastball misses down low. 2-1 pitch from Kershaw. Howard fouls it off. Two and two the count. Kershaw gets the sign from Campanella, who sets up away. Kershaw, again, that's the second time that's happened. Kershaw misses the spot, but picks up the strikeout. Slider was middle of the plate, but down low, which is not where Campanella set up. But it bans Howard regardless. Third strikeout for Kershaw. There's two away here in the second. Here is Carlos Ruiz. 250 in the postseason. Ruiz hammered left-handed pitching during the regular season. Oh, 1 offering. He pulls this one foul. Kershaw's ahead of him 0-2. Kershaw gets the sign from Campanella. Curveball misses down low. Rollins waits on deck. The slider misses inside. Two and two the count. Kershaw deals. Curveball misses away. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That ball's fouled off. Three-two offering again. Curveball misses outside for ball 4, and Carlos Ruiz draws a 2-out walk. So now here's Rollins looking for his first hit of the playoffs. That's ball. Rollins skies it to left. Wheat giving chase, still carrying, still going. One hopper off the wall. Ruiz comes around third. Here comes the relay throw home. The plate is not in time. Carlos Ruiz scores, and it's an RBI double for Jimmy Rollins. And the Phillies have a 1-0 lead. That ball kept carrying and drifting towards the line off the bat of Jimmy Rollins. Wheat kept chasing and just never was able to close on it. So now the order turns over. Here's sliding Billy Hamilton. Hamilton is 0 for 1. Fastball misses down low. It's 1-0. Hamilton grounded out his first time up. Kershaw trying to limit the damage here in the top of the second. Hamilton shoots it down to third. Pinckney has it, throws over to first. And the side is retired. But the Phillies strike first here in Game 3, the RBI double from Jimmy Rollins. We head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Philadelphia. So here's Roy Campanella to lead off the bottom of the second. Campy, 212 in the postseason. A solo homer. With Lee needed only 10 pitches to get through inning number 1. Campanella first pitch swinging, pulls it down. Bounces this one out to Rollins. Gobbles it up, throws to first. Slow-footed Campanella. Thrown out easily for out number 1. So here's Zach Wheat. Wheat batting .364 in the playoffs. No homers or RBIs in. Good change up there from Lee. Wheat way out in front of him. Sinker down and in. 1-1 pitch from Lee. Fastball swung on and missed. Now goes to 1-2. Lee rocks, fires. Wheat shoots one to short, but Rollins is there. Gobbles it up, throws it low to first, but Howard has it for the second out.
Batting sixth, the center fielder, Willie.
Cliff Lee at the moment, well, obviously still early, on cruise control. Here's Willie Davis. Davis is only batting .091. Squares the bunt, bunts it back. Davis a very good season, particularly a terrific start. Sinker there, that looked good. Lee doesn't get the call, he glares in. Search of some answers, 1-1 pitch. Sinker there, Davis fouls it off. So now Lee is ahead, 1-2. With the pitch, Davis pulls it down to first. Howard has it, touches up the bag, and the side is retired. So a good start to this one for Cliff Lee, who appears to be on his game. We head to the top of the third here in L.A. Game 3 of the NLDS. Phillies 1, Dodgers nothing. Here's Ashburn. He struck out his first time up.
Number 1.
Kershaw deals, fastball. Ashburn chases and fouls it off. And a terrific season for Ashburn, second in the National League in batting. Curveball there from Kershaw. Ashburn fouls it off. Kershaw is ahead, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Ashburn chases the slider off the plate. Gets a feed, fouls it off. 0-2 pitch. Curveball misses down and away. That's all there is foul. One and two. Kershaw delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. Down goes Ashburn for the second time. Fourth strikeout for Kershaw. There's one away here in the third. Here's Sherry McGee. McGee banged .286 in the playoffs. Walked his first time up. Takes the slider away. Kershaw deals. Big looping curveball there. McGee fouls it off. Kershaw deals again. Fastball up and in. On the corner. Count goes to 1-2. He skies it to left. Wheat coming on. Puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter, Just One.
So that'll bring up Klein. Klein hit a bloop single his first time. Kershaw deals. Klein fouls it off. Oh, 1 pitch. Curveball misses down and away. Slider away. Klein lays off. Kershaw behind here, 2-1. The pitch count a bit higher than where he wants it. A 24 pitch first, a 19 pitch second. You're in the third. Crowd waving the terrible towels here in LA, or whatever they call them. Line shot to right. That's deep. Going back, Kemp is there. Puts it away, and the side is retired. Klein hit that ball fairly hard. Kemp had him played well. We head to the bottom of the third in L.A. Phillies 1, Dodgers nothing as Philadelphia tries to keep their season alive. So here's Matt Kemp. Kemp, of course, had that huge 3-run homer in the wild card game against the Atlanta Braves. Fastball misses down low. Hold this one foul, and the count goes to 1-1. He looks in and delivers. Sinker is in for a called strike. That one down low, and Kemp can't hold up. Lee gets him with the changeup, and there's one away. Here's the third baseman, George Pinckney. Pinckney hitting .417 in the play. He was very good for the Dodgers last postseason as well. Lee delivers. Fastball misses up high. And then 1 to count. Ties him up. Weekly pop to third. Rolling makes the play, and there's 2 down. Dodgers just not getting good cuts at all so far against Cliff Lee on the first pass through the order. Here's Tommy Corcoran. Corcoran getting the start here in Game 3 at shortstop. We got a light hit, good field shortstop. Corcoran takes the change up outside. There's a shot up the middle on the backhand. Played nicely by Utley. Throws the first, and he gets him. The side is retired. Nicely done by the rookie Chase Utley to retire Tommy Corcoran. He is retired. The first 9 to face him. We head to the 4th at Chavez Ravine. 1-0 Philadelphia. Here's Scott Rowland. Rowland is 0 for 1. Flew out his first time up. As Nathaniel notes, looks like Lee is off to a good start. Yeah, he's throwing very well. Again, they have not really had any clean contact against him on the first pass through the order. Kershaw fastball. Rowland holds up, but it's a called strike anyway, and it's 0-1. Kershaw delivers. Fastball misses up high. 1-1 the count. Beatles eternally tunes in. How are you, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. I hope all is well with you. Curveball from Kershaw wraps around the plate, at least according to the home plate umpire. I don't think Kershaw is, but the count goes to 2-1. Kershaw delivers. Rowland fouls it off, and the count goes to 2-2. Crowd trying to push Kershaw through here. There's the pitch lined out in the center. Slicing Davis is going to have to play it on the hop. So Rowland is on with a leadoff single to open up the 4th for Philadelphia.
Now batting, number 26.
Slider came right over the middle of the plate. Rowland promptly drives it in the center. So here's Utley. Utley is 0 for 1. Kershaw deals. Slider is fouled off. Still working very deliberately. Fastball is up high. I feel they called that a slider. It didn't look like it had much movement to it. Misses up high. 1-1. Slider there from Kershaw, and he's ahead 1-2. Roland will swipe a bag on you if you're not paying attention to him, but by no means a speed merchant at first. 1-2 offering coming from Kershaw. And he gets him with a slider up high. Utley chases. So Kershaw has fanned Utley twice. Yeah, you'll see the sequence. Slider, slider, slider. 4 straight sliders as Kershaw deals with Utley. So now here's Ryan Howard. Big Ryan is 0 for 1. Fastball is a called strike. Howard struck out his first time up. Kershaw delivers. Slider catches the outside corner and is ahead of Howard 0-2. And appreciate everybody tuning in. Got a little bit of a late start tonight. Hung up at work a bit, but wanted to get this game in. So if you're still up and at 'em, at least on the East Coast, I appreciate you being with me. Loop down the left field line. Wheatley's out, can't make the play. Runner makes the turn at second, holds up there. That's the second one of those. Chuck Klein's single earlier was of this exact same variety. And on both of them, Wheat comes up just short on the play. Wind definitely carrying sideways towards the left field line in this one. We've seen that on a few balls already. So now, 2 on, 1 out. Here is Ruiz. Kershaw delivers. Ruiz fouls it off. 007, how are you, Yoko? Your Phillies are up against it here, man. They're down 0-2. They've got to win 3 straight to keep their season alive. The number 1 seed in the National League for the 2nd straight year. Dodgers bounced them in the division series a year ago in 5 games. Now the Dodgers going for the sweep here in year 4. 1-1 the count. Breaking ball from Kershaw, swung on and missed. Here's the pitch. Fastball, and Ruiz tries to hold up and can't. Kershaw punches him out. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Here's Jimmy Rollins. Rollins drove in the only run of the ball game with a double his first time up. This Phillies lineup is infinitely better if J-Roll is swinging a decent bat. Down near this season for Rollins. Curveball from Kershaw, misses down and away. Fastball there, right down the heart. It's 1-1. Shaw again working deliberately. Glances at Roland at second, now delivers. Another curve on Rollins, hits this one well out to right. Kemp retreating, he's there. Puts it away. And the side is retired. So Kershaw gets out of trouble in the top of the 4th. We'll head to the bottom half. It's still 1-0 Phillies, keeping their season alive. Lee has retired. The first 9 men to face him. Warner will turn over as the Dodgers start with getting a second crack at the left-hander. Here's Jackie Robinson. Change-up is in for a called strike. Lee delivers. Butter misses inside. Yeah, those torpedo bats, man, those were such a big story for about 2 weeks. And then people realized, wait, these guys have been using these bats for like 3 years. Just nobody made a big deal of it. Robinson fouls off the changeup, and the count goes to 1-2. He deals. Fastball misses up high. From the set. Delivers. Fastball misses down and in. Yeah, Yoko, I agree. I've always loved those Phillies jerseys. It's a very nice, very clean look. Full count offering. Robinson chases a cutter out of the zone to get the piece of it to stay alive. Full count. Lee deals. Robinson pulls this one down to third. One hopper to Roland. Throws across the diamond, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 17.
So that'll bring up Davey Lopes. Lopes grounded out his first time up. Lopes, the original starting second baseman here in LA, until they drafted Robinson. Cutter on the outside corner for strike one. Scott Rowland is playing third for the Phillies. There you go. Cutter misses down and in. One and one to count. Baker fouled off. Ground ball to second. Worm killer to Utley. Throws to first, and there's two away. And Dodgers just not able to barrel anything up on the lead to this point. Here's Dan Brothers. Brothers lined out his first time. Sinker misses inside. 1-0. Brothers up the middle, but Utley had him play it right. Nice job there. Surprised they didn't play Brothers more to pull. Utley had that one positioned perfectly. And the side is retired. We'll head to the fifth here in LA. Phillies 1, Dodgers nothing. Game 3 of the National League Division Series. So here's Billy Hamilton. Hamilton is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice.
Billy Hamilton.
Slider misses down low. Fastball there, misses away. Not want to let Hamilton get on the bases to open up the inning. Breaking ball misses down low. Hamilton with that terrific speed. Certainly causes a problem. Fastball there, borderline pitch. Kershaw doesn't get the call, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Billy Hamilton. Here's Ashburn. Kershaw has chewed Richie up his first 2 times, though. Throw over to first. Hamilton gets back in easy. Kershaw deals. Pitch out. Runner doesn't go. Dodgers very well aware. The speed that Billy Hamilton possesses at first. Kershaw sighs deeply and delivers. Another pitch out. So the Dodgers give up 2 balls there to Ashburn. Feeling very certain. Little game of cat and mouse going on here. They thought Hamilton would go. He hasn't broken yet. Now Kershaw is in the 2-0 hole to Ashburn. Runner goes. Campanella's throw down to second, nowhere near in time. It's a stolen base for Billy Hamilton. So sliding Billy Hamilton. National League's all-time stolen base leader. Here in the FSBL. Now stands on second. It was a strike. Counts 2-1. Slider misses up high. 3-1. Sherry McGee waits on deck for the Phillies. Kershaw from the slow set. Delivers. Ashburn nubs it foul, and the count goes full. Yeah, pitcher's duels are always fun today. Now, pitcher's duels are always fun. For sure. 3-2 offering. Misses outside for ball 4. So now Hamilton on second, Ashburn on first. Now Kershaw has to deal with the heart of this Phillies order, and Philly needs production here. He is 0 for 1. Also walked back in the first. He has been a terrific performer for the Phillies. Loads of clutch hits. They need one now. First pitch fastball is a called strike. Kershaw is already at 88 pitches. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth. It has not come easily for Kershaw, but he's gotten around trouble for the most part to this point. Breaking ball there, McGee fouls it off. And now Kershaw is ahead 0-2. Chuck Klein waits on deck. Kershaw deals. McGee pulls it down to third. This could be 2. Pinckney to second for 1. On to first. A 5-4-3 double play. And Kershaw again makes a big pitch. McGee gave that one a room service chop to George Pinckney down at third. And the Dodgers turn what could be a huge double play. Hamilton moves up to third. Now here's Klein. 1 for 2. He had a bloop single his first time up. Could argue to walk Klein here, or at least pitch around him. I'm not sure the Dodgers will. Fastball. Gets the call strike at the letters. That pitch looked a little bit high. Kershaw. Pretty much the same pitch. Doesn't get the call on that one. It's 1-1. Deal. Tries to hold up. They say he did. Kershaw trying to attack the top of the zone here against Klein. 2 outs, runner on third. Top of the fifth. Phillies lead at 1-0. Facing elimination in the eye here in game 3. And that pitch rode inside and it hit him. A slider that didn't slide from Kershaw. So now Klein is on first. Hamilton on third. Here's Scott Rowland. Rowland 1 for 2. Rowland has swung the best bat for the Phillies in this series. Fastball there. He pulls that one foul. Kershaw from the set. Peek at the runner, delivers. Breaking ball outside. It's 1-1. Chase Utley waits on deck. Kershaw buries that one in the dirt. Count goes to 2-1. Kershaw battling both the Phillies and himself. His command has not been great, but he's made big pitches when he's had to. He's only allowed the 1 run. He's behind here 3-1 to rolling. Can't give him a cookie here, or this could be 4-0 real quick. Fastball misses off the outside corner. A borderline pitch. Kershaw doesn't get it. And now the bases are loaded for Philadelphia. Here's Chase Utley. Kershaw has fanned Utley both times to this point. This will be pitch number 100 from Clayton Kershaw. Fastball is in for a call and strike. So the Dodgers already know they're going to need their bullpen heavily in this game. They hope it's solely for pitch count reasons and not for the score. 0-1 pitch. Curveball misses down low. Burley Grimes, the right-hander. Jerry Royce, the left-hander, up and throwing for LA. 1-1 the count. Kershaw walked the tightrope one more time. Breaking ball up, Lee fouls it off, and the count goes to 1-2. Crowd on its feet, looking for the punch out here from Kershaw to get out of another jam. 1-2 pitch. Down in the dirt, it squeaks by Campanella, but the runners are going to hold. Ooh, Billy Hamilton, one of the fastest guys in the game, is on third. But Hamilton elected not to try and come home there. 2-2 the count. Chopper to third. Pinckney charging, not hit hard. Bare hand throw. Nice play, George Pinckney. And Kershaw gets out of the jam. The Phillies leave the bases loaded in the top of the fifth. We head to the bottom half. We're midway through Game 3 of the NLDS. Phillies 1, Dodgers nothing. But that was a huge missed opportunity for Philadelphia. So now, Cliff Lee takes the mound again. He's retired all 12 men he's faced so far. That'll bring up Roy Campanella to start off the fifth. And if you're the Phillies, that's a rough spot to not get anything out of. Sinker is in for a called strike. You even get one there, you at least get yourself an insurance run. Now Lee looks great. 0-2 as he works to Campanella. Cutter rides in. Campanella lays off. 1-2 the count. Lee deals. Campanella tied up and knocked by the cutter from Cliff Lee. Second strikeout for Lee, and there's one away. Here's Zach Wheat. He rounded out his first time up. Fields Burley Grimes, all stubble beard. Hey, I'm not sure I've actually accurately done Grimes' facial hair. We may have to adjust that. I think he's clean shaven in the creation. But that's an easy fix. 0-1 the count. Lee ties Wheat up. I'll tell you, man, the Dodgers are just getting terrible swings off against Cliff Lee here. He has gotten them all sorts of off balance here. 0-2 offer. On the inside corner, strike 3 call. And Clayton Kershaw is going to wonder where that pitch was for him. Lee puts a cutter right on the plaque. That's a beautiful pitch from Lee. Nothing Zach Wheat can do with that one. 2 away. Here, bottom 5. Here's Willie Davis. Davis is 0 for 1. Davis puts this one out in the left center. That's going to be extra bases. That's going all the way to the wall. Willie Davis has an awful lot of speed. Billy Hamilton retrieves it on the track. Davis elects to hold up at second with a 2-out double. So the Dodgers have their first hit here of Game 3. It's a double into the gap for Willie Davis. And the Dodgers have the tying run at second. Bell tie from Lee. So now here's Matt Kemp. Kemp is 0 for 1. Fastball off the plate. Kemp struck out his first time up. Appreciate you folks tuning in for a late night, early morning stream. Again, I got this one started a bit later than I anticipated. Certainly appreciate you bearing with me here. 1-1 the count. He deals. Sinker misses down low. 2-1 as Cliff Lee works to Matt Kemp. Phillies trying to avoid elimination and keep their season alive. 2-1 pitch from Lee. Kemp hits it hard but foul. 2-2 the count. Lee delivers. Kemp pulls another one foul. One not hit nearly as hard. Lee again. Kemp, line shot. Base hit to center field, and this game is tied. Davis comes around to score. Kemp is trying for two unnecessarily. Good throw from Hamilton, and Kemp is thrown out. Davis was going to score anyway there. Kemp did not need to try to draw a throw. But the Dodgers tie the game, their first two hits of the ball game. We're through 5 in L.A. It's 1-1. So here is old Stubblebeard. Yeah, see, I don't have to stumble on. He's clean shaven for the playoffs. It's the reverse hockey thing. Burley Grimes had a win in his one postseason appearance so far. Now he will face Ryan Howard. So Kershaw's day is done. 5 innings of 1-run ball. But Kershaw was over the 100-pitch mark. It was not efficient by any means by the lefty Kershaw. But he made every big pitch he had to make, seemingly, to limit the damage. First pitch to Howard is fouled off. So now, if the Dodgers are going to pull off the sweep here in the NLDS, it's going to come down to their bullpen here in Game 3. Full 1 pitch from Grimes. Howard, and Howard beats the shift. They were playing Howard heavily to pull. He slaps one the other way into left for a leadoff single in the top of the 6th.
Now batting, the catcher.
Good piece of hitting from Ryan Howard. So now here's Carlos Ruiz. Ruiz is 0 for 1. Curveball misses outside. Ruiz has also walked, also scored a run. He scored on the Jimmy Rollins double with the first run of the ball game. Fastball at the knees. It's 1-1. I like that single voice in the crowd chanting MVP in a matchup between a reliever and a backup catcher. That's an intelligent fan right there. Changeup misses inside. It's 2-2. Grimes working to Ruiz. Weekly pop towards first. Brothers makes the play, and there's one away. So Ruiz is set aside. Here's Jimmy Rollins. Rollins had the RBI double earlier. That was from the right side against Kershaw. He'll back from the left-hand side here against Grimes. Curveball misses down low. Grimes from the set. Delivers. Rollins pulls it. Base hit into right field for Jimmy Rollins. Ryan Howard moves slowly to second base. But Jimmy Rollins, his second hit of the ball game. All over that pitch from Burley Grimes. So now here's Hamilton. He's 0 for 2. Fastball misses off the inside corner. That inside corner to lefties has been called very inconsistently throughout Game 3. Grimes delivers. Change up there is fouled off. One pitch from Grimes. Slider misses inside. It's 2-1. Grimes deals. Hamilton, high fly ball to center. Davis coming on. He'll get there. Puts it away for the second out. Howard retreats to second. So that'll turn the order. I'm sorry, Hamilton was the leadoff man. Ashburn batting second. Ashburn number 1, not number 1 in the order. Ashburn is 0 for 2 with a walk. Fastball. Ashburn fouls it off. Again, Ashburn's second in the National League in batting this season. There you see. Phillies have left 8 men on base to this point. They could really use a clutch hit here from Richie Ashburn. 0-1 pitch. That one was right down the middle, and Ashburn fouled it off. You can see Richie shaking his head there. He felt like he should have been all over that pitch. So now Grimes ahead of Ashburn, 0-2. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Breaking ball. Ashburn tries to hold up. They check, and they say that he did. 1-2 the count. Grimes deals. Fastball down and away. Fastball off the plate. Count goes to 3-2. Sherry McGee waits on deck for Philadelphia. Phillies left the bases loaded last inning. Walk here would load the bases again. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Grimes fans Ashburn. And the side is retired. 2 more stranded. The Phillies have stranded 10 through 6. We head to the bottom of 6 here in LA. Still tied at 1, game 3. And this Phillies lineup was so great during the season, but they cannot get a big hit for the life of them in this series. Here's George Pinckney. Pinckney popped out his first time up. So Cliff Lee allowed his first 2 hits of the ball game in the 5th. Double from Willie Davis, a single from Matt Kemp that brought Davis home. Ground ball to third. Rowland has it. Throws to first. There's 1 away. Again, Clayton Kershaw only lasted 5 innings with a pitch count over 100. But he kept on stranding the Phillies. And now Burleigh Grimes has done the same. Here's Tommy Corcoran. Corcoran is 0 for 1. Corcoran getting the start over the struggling Bill Russell. Cutter there, misses outside, and Cliff Lee wants to know where that pitch was. He is not buying the explanation. Phillies feel the clamp getting a little bit tighter. Sinker there is pulled foul. Again, the Phillies had the best record in the National League a year ago and were the top seed and were knocked out by these Dodgers then. That series went 5 games. Corcoran tops this one down to third. Rowland has to hurry. He gets him. Good job by Scott Rowland. Ball was not hit hard. Up third base line, Rowland charges, plays, sets it, and throws. Gets Corcoran 2 away, and the order will turn over for LA. Here's Jackie Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 2. Terrific pitcher's duel here. Cliff Lee, and it was Clayton Kershaw. 1-0 the count. He delivers. Robinson fouls it off. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Sinker misses down low. 2-1 offering from Lee. Gets him with the sinker. Now the count goes to 2-2. Robinson swung right over the top of that one. Pulled by Lee. 2-2 the count. Lee delivers. Goes to the sinker again. This time Robinson lays off. Count goes full. 2 outs, nobody on in a 1-1 ball game. Davey Lopes waits on deck for LA. Robinson fouls it off. Lee rocks, fires again. Robinson up the middle, Utley on the backhand, throws him out, and the side is retired. So we're through 6 here in Los Angeles. Game 3 of the National League Division Series, Year 4 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League. We're tied at 1. So Grimes will stay in. He is the long man. He will face Sherry McGee. McGee is 0 for 2. Actually, you know what? Let me make sure they have a lefty up. And Jim Brewer, you know what? Brewer wasn't good during the season. I think Brewer is who you want. Brewer's an excellent pitcher, but Brewer did not have a good year this year. His ERA was up over 6 after 3 years below 2.8. Again, we judge based on how a player has performed, not ratings. So we're going to sit Brewer down. We're going to get Jerry Royce back warming up. He was warming up before. Want to have a lefty. You got 3 lefties coming up in the next 4 hitters after this. But for now, Grimes will deal with McGee. Sherry McGee lines a base hit in the left to open up the top of the 7th. So the Phillies again have a base runner. McGee opens up the 7th with a single. And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Chuck Klein. They put Brewer back up. Kind of feel like you've got to go lefty here. Again, Brewer's been great the 3 past years. Brewer's almost, Gonna do it. Let's go to Jim Brewer.
Your attention, please.
3 lefties in the next 4 hitters. Brewer did throw a perfect inning in his only appearance of the playoffs to this point. So Jim Brewer comes on to go lefty-lefty against Chuck Klein. Klein is 1 for 2. Fastball is a ball strike. Klein singled back in the first. Jerry McGee currently stands on first. Breaking ball from Brewer. That was a dandy, and now he's ahead of Klein, 0-2. Brewer deals. Curveball, Klein won't chase. Again, the Phillies are facing elimination here in Game 3. Dodgers have taken the first 2 games. The Phillies have left 10 men on base through the first 6 innings. Brewer deals. Klein fouls it off. Misses down and away. 2-2 the count. Brewer from the set. Delivers. Fine. Out to right field. Carrying. Kemp is back on the edge of the warning track, but it'll stay in the yard. He puts it away for out number 1. So Chuck Klein gave it a ride, but didn't quite get all of it. And there's 1 away. So now here's Roland. Roland is 1 for 2. He's singled back in the 4th. Utley and Howard, the next 2 men up. That's why the lefty Brewer was brought in. Dan Mungo, who was in the rotation during the season, he's been moved into the bullpen for the postseason, at least for this series. Mungo has started throwing along with Larry Sherry. Fastball is in for a called strike. And just a miserable season for Jim Brewer after 3 sensational seasons in this Dodgers bullpen. Throw over to first as he dives back in. Brewer deals. Fastball just low. The count goes to 2-1. Kickoff attempt. McGee dives back in. Brewer checks McGee. He can steal a base. There's a pitch ripped into center by Roland. There's a base hit. Davis comes on. McGee is trying to go first to third. Throw from Davis. On the mark, but not in time. And the Phillies have runners at the corners with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Roland has swung the best bat in this Phillies lineup in the series, and he drives this one up the middle for a base hit. So now here's Chase Utley. Utley is 0 for 3. Rounded out his last time up. Utley very well could be the Rookie of the Year here in the National League here in year 4. Utley drives this one to right. Kemp's going back, still going back. Lays out, he can't come up with it. Going all the way to the wall. Runner had the hold. Utley's around second. They're going to wave the runner into third. Throw home, not in time. Roland scores. A 2-run triple for Chase Utley, and the Phillies break the tie in the top of the 7th and take a 3-1 lead here in L.A. Kemp laid out for it, couldn't come up with it, and Chase Utley comes through with the first big knock of the series for the Phillies. Here's Ryan Howard. Howard is 2 for 3. Fastball misses up and in. One and 0 the count. Screwball misses away. 2-0. Brewer from the set. Delivers. Howard swings and misses at the fastball up high. Brewer delivers again. Breaking ball. Howard chops it. Runner does not break for home. Tough play for Pinckney, but he barehands it and throws out the very slow Ryan Howard for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up Carlos Ruiz. Brewer is not going to base hit. Sherry was not good during the year either. Van Mungo is going to get the nod here for LA. Mungo was 12-9 with a 3.64 earned run average. Mungo, lots of strikeouts, lots of walks. Now he will come on to pitch for Ruiz here. Ruiz is 0 for 2. Down in the dirt, blocked by Campanella. Snap throw down to third. Hopefully he gets back easy. Go deals. Fastball outside, 2-0. Good curveball in for a called strike. 2-1 the count. Jimmy Rollins waits on deck. Rollins has 2 hits in the ballgame. Fastball there, Ruiz hits it out to left field. Weed is there, puts it away, and the side is retired. But Chase Utley, the big 2-run knock here in the top of the 7th, breaks a 1-1 tie. 7th inning stretch time in LA. It's 3-1 Dodgers. So Lee will stay on. He's only at 68 pitches through 6. He will face Davey Lopes. Lopes has grounded out twice. First pitch swinging, and Lopes singles in the center. So Lopes greets Lee rudely to open up the bottom of the 7th. And now the Dodgers get to the heart of the order. The tying run coming to the plate in the form of Dan Brothers. I want to make sure the Phillies have some bullpen action going. Just in case. And they do. Meyer and Ulrich are both throwing. With lead from the set. Dan Brothers has been one of the best players in the National League through the first 4 years. He has been terrific. He is a pending free agent at the end of the season. Certainly will be coveted on the market if the Dodgers don't manage to retain him. Shot here down to first. Howard to Rollins to Lee covering. 3-6-1 double play and a huge one from Cliff Lee. Down and in. Brothers pulls it hard down to first. Howard makes the play. Lee, no hesitation, getting over there to cover. And a huge double play for the Phillies. Here's Campanella. He's 0 for 2. Tries to hold up there. They say he did. One and 0 the count. Sinker misses down low. Ryan Madsen, the closer, has started to throw for the Phillies. Dutch Ulrich also throwing out. And the Phillies do not have a lefty in their bullpen. Butter misses outside. It's 3-0. Dak Wheat waits on deck. Manella pops it up. Utley going out, kind of towards no man's land, but Utley makes the play, and the side is retired. 7 terrific innings of 1-run ball out of Cliff Lee. We head to the 8th, Game 3 of the NLDS. It's 3-1 Phillies. So Mungo will stay in for the Dodgers. Here's J-Roll. He's singled and doubled, drove in a run. Fastball is a called strike. Rollins lines this one to right field. There's a base hit. Rollins has his 3rd hit of the ball game. We talked before about what a disappointing season it was for Rollins during the regular season. Came in this game not looking great at the plate, but he has scorched 3 hits here in Game 3. Order turns over. Here's Billy Hamilton. Fastball misses up high. 1-0 pitch from Mungo. In there for a called strike. Collins at first, certainly a base stealing threat. 1-1 the count. Mungo operating very slow and throws over to first. Rollins gets back in standing. Mungo deal. In there for a called strike. He's ahead of Hamilton 1-2. Mungo readies. Fires again. Breaking ball swung on and missed by Hamilton. Terrific curveball from Van Mungo, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 1.
That is a wicked breaking ball from Van Mungo. All of Mungo's stuff moves a lot. Sometimes even he doesn't know where it's going. Here's Ashburn. He's 0 for 3. Fastball is a called strike. Oh and 1 the count. Fastball right down the middle from Mungo, and the count goes to 0-2. The other side of the National League ledger, the Chicago Cubs have a 2-1 series lead against the San Francisco Giants. Breaking ball from Mungo gets Ashburn, and there's the second out. Van Mungo, back-to-back strikeouts here in the 8th. That one looked a little low. You can see Ashburn's reaction. He certainly thought so. So now here's McGee. He's 1 for 3. Fastball. Ooh, at the letters. Jerry McGee took that one better than I would have. I thought that pitch was up high. Chuck Klein waits on deck. Curveball is in for a called strike. Mungo looking sharp. Oh and 2 the count. Mungo delivers. Curveball, McGee lays off. Here's the 1-2 offering. McGee down the right field line. It's slicing. That'll go foul into the seats. So the count holds at 1-2. Mungo from the set. Delivers. Fastball just outside. It's 2-2. Go again. Still working slowly. Fastball gasses McGee and the side is retired. So Van Mungo gives up the leadoff single. But then picks up 3 strikeouts. We head to the bottom of the 8th here at Dodger Stadium. It's 3-1 Phillies, Game 3 of the NLDS. So here's Dak Wheat. Wheat is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. Quickly at 75 pitches starts the 8th. Fastball in there for a called strike. Dak Wheat, a terrific professional hitter. Slashes that one foul. Lee is ahead of him 0-2. Butter there, down and away. Wheat chases, but gets a piece to stay alive. E5. Wheat up the middle. Base hit for Zach Wheat to open up the bottom of the 8th. So Zach Wheat singles, and the Dodgers will get the tying run to the plate. Here's Willie Davis. Davis is 1 for 2. Down the left field line, slicing foul. Ashburn giving chase. Terrific job by Richie Ashburn. That was a long run for Ashburn, who chases it down near the stands. Terrific play by Ashburn and a big out for Cliff Lee. Now here's Matt Kemp. Kemp is 1 for 2. Single, and he drove in the lone Dodgers run. Cutter misses inside. Pitch. Kemp down to first. Howard has it to Rollins. Back to first. Double play. Side retired. Back-to-back innings. Cliff Lee gets the Dodgers to hit into a double play. We'll head to the 9th. Here in LA, Cliff Lee, a huge clutch performance for the Phillies, trying to fight off elimination. They lead at 3-1. Mungo, you know what? 2 lefties coming up. And Mungo struck out the side last inning. And they don't have a lefty anymore. It's a real hang. We're going to let Mungo start. We're going to give Mungo a base runner, I think. That's the way we'll play this. From the Dodgers' perspective. It'll start off against Chuck Klein. Klein is 1 for 3. Curveball misses inside. Royce the lefty. Larry Sherry back up and throwing as the right hand. Line shot. Left center field. Klein rips that one into the gap. Wheat goes to the ball to get it, but Chuck Klein pulls in at second with a lead-off double here in the top of the 9th. Klein was all over that one. So Chuck Klein tries to get the inning off to a good start. Royce isn't ready. I should leave Mungo into face alone. And then get him out of there. So I'm going to bring Royce in to go lefty-righty here. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Could have made the argument to walk Rollins here. Not an ideal for Mungo, not a fan. Or a pitcher really is. A fan of giving up the intentional pass. Here's the pitch. Down the right field line, slicing foul. And as always, appreciate you tuning in here. A late night broadcast. Playoff baseball in the Franchise Stars Baseball League continues. Fastball misses up and in. Kindly bang that like button if you're so inclined. Subscribe if you have not done so yet, keep up with all the playoff action. Fastball misses inside, counts 3-2. Chase Utley, who has the big hit in this ball game, waits on deck. Curveball misses down and in for ball 4. So Roland draws the walk. First and second, nobody out. Here's Utley, but Utley is not going to face Dan Mungo. Jerry Royce will come in. Royce during the regular season 4-0 at 3.68 earned run average in 28 appearances. Now Royce will be tasked with facing Utley and Howard here. Again, the Phillies up 3-1, but they have 2 men on, nobody out. In the top of the ninth, the Dodgers lead the series 2-0. They are trying to eliminate the Phillies for a second consecutive season. Royce delivers. On the inside corner, he's ahead of Utley 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed. So Royce comes on. He needs 3 pitches to get rid of Utley. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan.
Ugly swing there from Chase Utley. So here's Ryan Howard. Howard has swung a good bat today. He's 2 for 4. Breaking ball there, misses outside. You get Howard to put it on the ground, you can get a double play at him. He's about the slowest man in baseball. Putter in for a called strike. Phillies have left 12 men on base in this one. But they do still have the lead, 3-1. Change up at the knees, and the count goes to 1-2. Jerry Royce trying to get out of the jam. Fastball misses up high. Two and 2 the count. Royce deals. Howard fouls off the high cutter. Another 2-2 pitch coming. Royce deals. Curveball away. Howard doesn't chase. And now the count is full. Carlos Ruiz waits on deck for Philadelphia. Royce delivers the payoff pitch to Howard. Misses way up high for ball 4. So the Phillies load the bases here in the top of the ninth. And that'll bring up Carlos Ruiz. Ruiz is 0 for 3. Fastball for called strike. Ruiz could give the Phillies some breathing room here. And just mentioned, the Phillies have left 12 runners on base in this ball game. Breaking ball fouled off. Count goes to 0-2. Royce gets a sign from Campanella, delivers, fastball misses down and in. One and 2 the count. From the set, delivers, fastball misses up high, it's 2-2. Royce delivers again. Ruiz, shot to right field, base hit, Carlos Ruiz. 1 run will score, the runner at third will hold. but it's an RBI single for Carlos Ruiz, and the Phillies extend their lead in the top of the ninth to 4-1. Good piece of hitting there from Carlos Ruiz. Let's see now. For the Dodgers. Sherry's the only guy out there. Rollins actually, well, he's got more power against lefties. Hits for an average, a little bit better against lefties. Not really much of a difference. Wooten warmed up. We're going to go to Sherry here. Royce is not throwing great. So Larry Sherry, 5.25 ERA and 50 appearances during the regular season, will come on for the Dodgers. Rollins will bat from the left-hand side here. 4-1 Phillies in the top of the ninth. They would love to blow it open and get some breathing room. Fastball from Sherry is in for a called strike. Rollins, a big day here. A double, 2 singles, and an RBI. He drove in the first run of the ball game back in the second. Curveball pulled at second. Robinson goes to second for 1. There's no way they're going to get a double play there. And vicious effort. Robinson did know that Ruiz was the runner. Cuts him down at second, but no shot at doubling up Rollins. A run comes home to score on the ground out, and it's 5-1 Phillies. Here's Billy Hamilton. Hamilton is 0 for 4. Ball airs a call straight. But we'll see for the Phillies if Cliff Lee stays in to try to go for the complete game. Or if they go to their closer, Ryan Madsen, who has been exceptional here in year 4. Breaking ball, pulled down to first. Brothers dives, knocks it down. Tough play. He's not going to have a play. Everybody's safe. Another run scores. Infield single for the speedy Billy Hamilton. And it's 6-1 Philadelphia. Hamilton gets down that line so quickly. That's a terrific diving play by Brothers to knock it down. But the flip to Sherry is too late. And it's an infield single for Billy Hamilton. Runner comes home. 6-1 Philadelphia. Here's Richie Ashburn. Ashburn is 0 for 4. Curveball is a called strike. It's a 1-1 game after 6. Shot out to left. Wheat ranges over, puts it away, and the side is retired. But the Phillies strike for 3 to extend their lead. We head to the bottom of the ninth here in L.A. Pinckney, Corcoran, and Robinson due up for the Dodgers. They want the sweep. They got some work to do. So Lee will start the ninth at 82 pitches. He has been sensational. I'm not sure the Dodgers actually have anybody else who could play third on the roster. They actually do not. Pinckney's going to hit for himself. Lord Pinckney is 0 for 2. He's played a very good third base in this game. He's had a few really nice plays. He takes a first pitch fastball from Cliff Lee. Ryan Madsen has sat down. Hector Neris and Turk Farrell now throwing in the Phillies bullpen just in case he gets into a little bit of trouble. Sinker. This is down low. Pinckney shoots this one foul. Hey, good job, ball boy. That ball boy looks like he's about 45 years old, but that's all right. 1-2 the count. Fastball up high. Pinckney fouls it off. 1-2 pitch from Lee to Pinckney. Another one fouled off. Game 4. The Dodgers. It appears will go to the National League. Oh, I guess he's second in the league in ERA. Preacher Rowe will get the start. Chopped down to third. Rowland has it. Throws the first. And there's one away. Phillies will have a choice to make. They can go to rookie Pete Alexander. Grover Alexander was sensational here in his rookie year, particularly in the second half. There's no way that the Dodgers are going to let Court hit here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention,
Take the
please.
cut. Collins 2 for 3 in the postseason.
Number 12.
They could go to Alexander, who was very good, but Cole Hamels, who is the National League ERA leader. Hamels did not have a great game 1, but Hamels would be ready to go. Collins grounds this one to Utley, and the Dodgers are down to their final out here in Game 3.
Now batting, second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
So here's Robinson. Jackie is 0 for 3. Rounded out his last time up. He deals. Robinson lines it to right. McGee is right there, and the ball game is over. A complete game for Cliff Lee with a huge clutch performance for the Phillies. So the Phillies stave off elimination at least for a day. Terrific work from Lee. They finally get some big hits late, despite leaving a small village on the base paths in the course of this game. And the Phillies take Game 3, 6-1. Lee the winner, Grimes the loser. 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Phillies. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. Cliff Lee was sensational for Philadelphia. The Dodgers still lead the series 2-1, but the Phillies now feel like they're back in it. We will wait and see what happens in Game 4. We'll wait and see what the pitching matchup is in Game 4 once we get there. Oh, Nathaniel, my pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. And again, thank you everybody for sticking around. Again, I got this stream started about a half hour later than I intended to. Got hung up with some work stuff. So I appreciate you on a late evening sticking around and tuning in for some Franchise Stars Baseball League playoff baseball. Chase Utley, the big hit in the ball game, 1-1. And Utley hit that big 2-run triple to give the Phillies a 3-1 lead. Lee the winner, Burley Grimes takes the loss out of the Dodgers bullpen. Again, 9 innings, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks for Cliff Lee, which was huge. And only the 1 run allowed. Nobody went yard here in this one. Aaron Reed tuning in just in the nick of time for me to say goodbye. Thanks for checking in, Aaron. Appreciate it. Nathaniel, Beatles eternally. Yoko was here as well. Much, much appreciated. We'll have some game at some point tomorrow. Probably not until late tomorrow night. And I'm not sure which game it is. All 4 series are scheduled to play on the next day of the schedule. So it's just a matter of what the time situation is for what will be the next game up. Bang that like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. Thank you once again. And be good to each other. We'll talk soon. The Phillies stay alive in LA.